Hi there, this is Utkarsh Jain, and the purpose of this video presentation is to understand the key differences between the professional program Chartered Financial Analyst and MBA Finance. Now, my name is Utkarsh and my education is Chartered Accountancy and Chartered Financial Analyst. Apart from that, I have also been teaching in various B schools in India and internationally on taking and covering different subjects. So this presentation is my personal opinion about the coverage and opportunities of these two programs. So we would be covering and focusing on three major points here. The first one is the level of depth coverage of both the programs. The second one would be what would be the investment required for either of the programs, and the third one would be opportunities. So let's first talk about coverage. Now, what I personally feel is that MBA, which generally is a 2-year program, in most of the B schools in India, the first year would completely be generic. So, in the first year, people would study subjects like accounting, management. Even if you're an MBA finance aspirant or MBA finance student, you would still study subjects on marketing, HR, management, human resource. Uh, so they will kind of build a more generic base and give you more management related skills. And in the second year, then the core financial area would start, or core finance area would start. Now, again, the focus would be on different subjects and coverage of maximum width in terms of the level of subjects covered. So this finance would cover areas like corporate finance, accounting, taxation, and it would also cover some areas of finance. As against this, CFA is something which is extremely niche. So meaning of being extremely niche is that it does not really, it cuts down on all the other areas like marketing or HR or human resource. Because if you're someone who wants to work only in investment banking or only in financial services sector, then probably these skill sets are something that you would put least to use. Therefore, CFA would purely focus on investment banking or financial services sector. So it would be focused on areas like equity valuation, or bond valuations or derivative, which means that the coverage of the two programs is completely different. So this was on the coverage front. On the cost involved front, there are two major ways in which I look at it. The one is the direct cost which is involved for both the programs. So let's say this is your MBA Finance and this is your CFA program. In terms of direct cost, the cost that would be given to the MBA college or CFA institute plus the training cost involved. So an average college in India would cost you somewhere in the range of 10 lakh rupees over the period of 2 years. For certain colleges it would be higher, substantially higher, and for certain colleges it would be lower. Whereas the entire cost that goes for the CFA program, assuming certain exchange rate and certain slabs of fees, would be somewhere in the range of 1.5 to 2 lakhs per annum. Plus, if you decide to also do training of CFA certification, then that would be an incremental 50 to 60,000 rupees. That means total cost would be somewhere in the range of 2.1 lakh over the period of 3 exams, which is 1.5 year. So this is the direct cost involved for the two programs. But there is also one more significant hidden component for the two programs, and that is the opportunity cost for the time involved. So when someone is doing a full-time MBA, you would not really be working and you would be focusing purely on studies. So if we assume an average pay of about 6 lakhs per annum for 2 years, that would be about 12 lakhs per annum. As against this, CFA is a program which is professional certification, meaning of which is that this can be pursued when you're doing your work or doing something else, which means that there is no opportunity cost involved here directly. So if you consider the direct cost and the opportunity cost, the entire cost of a MBA Finance on an average would be somewhere in the range of 22 lakhs. Whereas for CFA program, it would be somewhere around 2.1. Being very on the higher side, it would be 2.5 lakhs over the period of 1.5 year. So this was on the cost involved. Now let us discuss about opportunities and how do you decide what suits you the best. So the way I feel the decision metric should be that you first need to take a call as to what is it that you really want to do with your career. So let us say that if you want to work in investment banking vertical and you want to work on the front end of the business. So meaning of front end is that you would also like to interact with the clients and would also like to make pitches or make presentation. Now if you want to be here, then I feel that MBA would really help you But in that case, in India, typically that MBA should be from either ABC or really good and reputed college. So if you do a MBA and then if you pursue CFA, then you would have a perfect set of qualification that is required for front-end investment banking. Your MBA would kind of make you really smart and sharpen your skills in terms of marketing or HR or making presentations. And a CFA would give you the technical background which is required for working in these sectors. But if you feel that you are more of an analytical guy, you are more of a research guy where you would like to sit, analyze things, research, take call investments or manage funds, in that case, a MBA is not going to help you because there is no reason why you would want to study human resource if you want to manage funds for someone. So in that case, a CFA for you is going to be more than sufficient and it would help you get a relevant job in the required sector. So again, different people will have different opinion on these sectors. But for me, if you want to purely work on investment banking or research verticals, a CFA would be sufficient. But of course, an MBA would be a cherry on the topic and it would help you secure better front-end positions. So this was on the opportunities front and this is Utkarsh Jain. Thank you very much for your time.